Hello, babe. It's the Scorpio Stellium here. I'm going to do your reading about if your ex has any regrets. I think one thing we all struggle with, especially if we're hurting over something or something ended before we were ready to let it go, is we want to know, like, does the other person care? Like, they treated you badly or they left you or whatever. It's not even always that we want them back. We just want to know that they give a damn about what they did. So we're going to take a look today at if your ex actually has any regrets, if they miss you, if they wish that they had done things differently, what their regrets are. So this is going to be a pick a pile. I'm going to put the cards out in front of me and let you choose your pile. Okay, pile one, you want to know if your ex has any regrets about what they did, about leaving you, about how the relationship went, all that kind of stuff. Let's take a look at what they think about it. If they have any regrets. As always, I always reshuffle my piles because I'm not pulling any punches here. This is a genuine reading, and you're going to get a reading like I'm pulling the cards out for you, and I've never seen them before either. I don't think it's fair when the reader, knows what's underneath the deck. I don't know. That's just me. Okay, so we have the World, the Hermit, the Seven of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Swords, and the Prince of Cups. Okay. This is a lot of major arcana cards. And as I tell you guys, whenever I see a lot of major arcana show up in a reading, this signals to me that it's a big deal. There's a lot of emotion behind it. There is a lot of karma. There's a lot of intention. There's a lot of intensity. It just adds to all of the stuff with the reading. So it already gives me a clue that this is somebody who's got some major feelings about this. The World here, usually people see the World as being a positive card, and I think that it is. It has its positive connotations. But in this reading, I'm seeing the World as what the ending was, okay? It was a cycle that was completed. So this is a situation that karmically has served its purpose. Fate has done what it needed to do, and the relationship is over, truly over, in this situation. But that's the first card. Okay, a little tricky because the last card is the Prince of Cups. This is somebody offering love. This is somebody romantic. So I'm going to get to that. I'm giving you a little spoiler, a little hint, a little foreshadowing about where I'm going to go with these cards. But I do just want to say that having the World there, especially right next to the Hermit, to me represents somebody that they felt really good about this relationship. When it was going on, it was very important to them. I think that they got fulfillment through you. They felt complete. They felt comforted. They felt nurtured and cared for and seen. I think they felt like you really saw them for who they were, and that was special to them. And now having the Hermit here, this makes me think that there's loneliness. This makes me think that this person, your ex, is missing you, because now even if they have somebody else, I don't think they have somebody else in their life that sees them the way that you saw them. There was something just different about this that people can't touch, can't easily replace. It is a powerful connection. The Seven of Wands here next to the Hermit, this makes me think that the defenses that they have put up are coming down. This does feel like regret to me, because while initially they may have been very firm in their walls that they threw up in their feelings, and they were like, I totally stand by what I think and what I feel, and this is over and done and whatever, okay? Now there's second guessing here. I feel like this is second guessing. So I'm already seeing the regret. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune next to the Six of Swords. Okay, I think, again, very, very faded relationship. And I think that what they did, they realized they put it in motion and they couldn't take it back. And they were kind of forced to move away from you, move out of the relationship. They were forced into the breakup by their actions or by the circumstances. And it was too late to turn around. So I absolutely see a lot of regret in this spread. So much so that, and as I said, I was foreshadowing earlier, that I have the Prince of Cups here. This is somebody who I think wants to come back into your life. Now, whether or not they do it, we're not looking at that in this reading. We're looking at if they regret the breakup, if they regret leaving you or regret anything about the relationship. And they absolutely do. So much so that I think they would come back if they felt like it was possible. I think if they feel like they could like unravel or not, let's see, the string is unraveled, we wrap it back up. I'm like trying to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Like this tube of toothpaste is squirted out. I don't know. I've got really bad metaphors today. Don't listen to me. If they could go back, if they could erase what happened, they absolutely would. That may not be possible in this situation for you. It may be, it may not be. I don't know. But they certainly regret it and want to figure out if there's a way that you guys could ever be you again, be an us again. Okay, pile 2. Does your ex have any regrets? Do they regret how the relationship ended, how they handled things, what happened, do they miss you, all that kind of stuff. As I always say, I shuffle the piles because I don't think that it's fair if a reader knows what's coming out, and that's not how it should go. It should be a surprise to everybody. So I always shuffle my piles again. Here we go. Does your ex have any regrets? Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Quite a few major arcana cards here. I mean, half of the cards that I have are major arcana. I do have the Star, I do have the Chariot, and I do have the Emperor. Okay. This is a lot of emotion. This is a big deal relationship also, okay? This is somebody that came into your life, and I think that you meant a whole lot to them. I think that there was healing that took place in this relationship. Even though it may have ended poorly, there was something that was needed for both of you, that was fulfilled through each other. So it may have been that you built each other up. You made each other feel more secure, more worthy, more wanted, more attractive, more intelligent, more capable, whatever it is. I feel like that took place in this relationship. And so it was so important to the ex. The other issue, though, that I'm seeing here is like with cooperation, okay? I'm feeling like the balance, the cooperation with the two of you, it was like you were all in, you guys were good, you were like cruising right along, and then all of a sudden it would just stop. And it's like, what just happened? It's like, you know, if you don't have your gas gauge in your car and you don't know when you run out of gas, you're like, why the hell did the car just stop? There's a clue there to what happened in this relationship. I feel like the daily maintenance that was supposed to be done wasn't being done. You guys were just kind of like flying by the seat of your pants, like running fully on emotion. And therefore, when things went wrong, it was just kind of like, oh, what's happening here? I think there is a truth that your ex needs to speak. I think that they are searching for some kind of clarity, or that they want to give you some kind of clarity in order to get closure here. I see that there is regret, but it's not like just I did so wrong and I really wish that I hadn't lost this person. It's not quite like that. It's more from the perspective of they feel like they owe it to you. You deserve to know why things went this way, how they could have been better. And I think that there are things that about themselves that they did not fully disclose to you that they would like to do so. If they had the opportunity, they would like to be able to sit down with you and say, like, look, you were always there for me. You helped me. You helped heal me. You were important in my life. And, you know, even though things went the way that they went, I want you to know that, like, this isn't all your fault. Like, there are pieces of me that I have not come to terms with, or I had not come to terms with when we were together. And I want to explain to you what happened here. There is sadness. There is like remorse is probably a better word. Remorse because they knew at the time that like something wasn't right within them, and they just kind of ignored it. Now I think that they're trying to build like more structure and more routine and like a steadier, stable life for themselves. They want that. And this growth that's occurring in them is letting them look back and reflect on these past relationships and see that, they had a part to play in it. And it seems like they're really like getting to the root of who they are. They're doing this internal work, and so they want to share that with you because you were an important person. I think, there's a lot of times when we deal with exes that even though they want to say these things, it's like, what box is this going to open up? Like, how is this going to be received if I try to reach out to you? How is this going to be received? Are they going to even pick up the phone? Are they going to be mad at me? Are they going to think that I want to get back together? Like, I don't know how they're going to take this. Your ex saw you, honestly, as like a firecracker, okay? They saw you as like this bright, sparkling, sometimes a little volatile individual, but they have so much respect for you. And so I don't think that they're regretting it as much as they just want to be able to tell you all of these things that they think may help to understand what happened better. Okay, pile 3. Alrighty, I always shuffle my piles again because it's straight up not fair when tarot readers, like, you just see the deck, the pile on the table, and then they start flipping cards like they didn't know what was under it. Like, y'all just saw me shuffle. I don't even know if I should take that. I'm doing it for an example, so I'm going to reshuffle it. But they knew what was there, and it was this curated reading, and I'm like, that's not how tarot's supposed to go. That's not how it's supposed to work at all. So this is like a real reading, okay? All right. Not trying to talk shit about anybody. I'm just saying I want to be surprised. All right, so, wow. There's this emotional connection that the two of you had that was just so deep and so reflective. It was like almost like you guys got lost in each other sometimes. You may have even projected your issues on each other, like bouncing them on and off, or it may have been coming from one side more than the other. But this emotional depth is really, really there with the Queen of Cups. But I have Temperance, the first card. I'm getting so many like major arcana cards, so many like really big deal cards for these readings. And it's like, this is telling me that these people in these readings that are involved in these readings are so connected. Even though they're not together anymore, there's still this energy that flows back and forth between them. So having Temperance on top of the Devil, I mean, wow. I think that this relationship had the tendency to be very, very unhealthy. And I think that it was a lot of times based on or deeply involved in ways of coping that were not healthy. This may have been like drug abuse. This could be codependency. This could be using sex instead of having a conversation. This could be a lot of different things along that line, but it was just like the depth of emotion here was so much that neither one of you could really handle it, to be quite frank. I also have 8 of Wands. I have 6 of Wands. I have 4 of Swords. This person, I'm going to be honest with you, because I don't bullshit in my tarot read. I think that it was the best that you guys are not together anymore. I think that it was probably too much for both of you to handle. I think the regret comes into play when I think that the ex feels like if this could have been given a chance to be a healthy relationship, then that's what they want. They wish that you guys had been able to know how to handle all of the emotion and the intensity that was going on here instead of the way that it was handled. I think that they would actually love to reach out and talk to you about this, but they know that when like you two come together, it can get really crazy. It can just get really weird. It gets intense really fast. You two just like are this like baking soda and vinegar kind of mix, and it just like explodes and runs over, and it's like so much more than what you thought. Like, you know, if you've ever done those like little volcano experiments as a kid, and you put like a little bit of baking soda and a little bit of vinegar, and you're like, oh, I definitely have enough room. This is fine. This is fine. You guys are like, just a little bit. This is fine. And then it's like with the two of you. So you need the separation because of just what it puts together when the two of you are with each other. But still, this ex still has love for you. They want so much good in your life. They want you to be successful. They want you to meet somebody who's going to treat you right. They want you to feel loved and comforted and happy and secure. They totally want these things for you. They have no animosity, no hard feelings, even though I do feel like this relationship could get really explosive and sometimes it could get really nasty. They want you to be happy now. So the regret is like, in another life, if we were different people, if we could behave ourselves, if we didn't create this mix that we create, like, hell yeah, I would want to be with them. I wish that this could have been that way, but it's just not. And they recognize it. And I hope you recognize it. If this is resonating with you about your situation. So 4 of Swords is really resting from this kind of energy, just knowing that like, hey, sometimes love can be like a drug. It's not a healthy, peaceful kind of love. It's like a heroin addiction, and somebody takes it away from you, and you feel like the intensifying need for it, but getting it isn't good for you. And I think that that's where this lands, is like you two are just not healthy for each other. So the regret is there for that purpose. Maybe in another life we'll be able to be healthy, but not in this one, not right now, not today. That's my thoughts on if your ex has any regrets. Okay, pile 4. Does your ex have any regrets? Do they wish things had turned out differently? Do they miss you? Do they wish that y'all could be together? I always shuffle my little piles because I'm not gonna cheat and look. It's gonna be a surprise to me like it is to you. So let's take a look. All right, 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Prince of Wands, 7 of Swords, lots of Pentacles here, Knight, let's see, Prince of Pentacles, excuse me, and Prince of Cups. Okay, wow. How many freaking people were involved in this relationship? There's a lot of interference in this relationship. I don't know if it's other friends or other, like, there's a third party or a fourth party in the relationship. If this is a polyamorous relationship, if there were parents, if there were, like, I don't know. There's just a lot of interference because there's a lot of people here. It looks like family probably did have a big part to play here. And the 7 of Swords is there's dishonesty in this spread. It's just going to be straight up with you. This person, I think they sold you a line. And what I mean by that is I think they told you a story that they knew would get them what they wanted. And you guys know I'm not going to bullshit you on any of my tarot readings. I'm not going to tell you that somebody misses you or regrets you or wants to be with you if I don't see it in the cards, babe. So I'm going to tell you straight up, I think that this person was full of shit, and they didn't have that deep feeling for you. I think they were probably getting other stories from other people about what they should do or having their input, and they were listening to other people's opinions. I think that this was kind of a mess, really. You may have actually been the one who had other people in your life. It could go either way. You could have been letting other people come in between this relationship as well. But in any case, This ex is just not a loyal, like genuine, authentic person. And so I don't see regret here. I see that like they have chosen to completely cut ties with it, and they're good there. It's like I feel like, I don't want to say they don't have a soul, but I kind of feel like I want to say they don't have a soul. I just kind of feel like they just don't give a damn about anything but themselves. They've moved on. It's like they've started a new life. They have rearranged things to their preference, and that's kind of what they do. They make the people around them, they cut out the people that are going to be truthful or question them at all. They cut those people out of their life, and they bring in and keep only the people that go along with their stuff, go along with their cockamamie plans. And they just like redo everything until they get it how they want it, because I feel like they use people. They can't accept any criticism. They can't accept that maybe they're not perfect and they need to do something different than what they did. So I think they're just kind of building this new life. The Six of Cups, I feel like this is you. I feel like you miss this person a lot. And what I'm going to tell you right now about this person, maybe it's going to help. The things that they said to you are not who they are. So you may miss the way that they said certain things, or the way they acted when they were being nice or being good to you, or things were pleasant. But that's not really who they are at the core. So you don't actually miss them. You think you miss them, but you miss the good stuff that came along with them, but not the rotten core at the center of the apple, okay? There are other people that are way healthier and way kinder and loyal and better that can give you all that same stuff without the nasty. It's like just underneath it, there's nothing solid. There's nothing real to this person. So I just want to tell you, I hope that helps when you know that like what you're missing is kind of a facade. And that can be hurtful, but like when you chew on that for a little bit, you can be like, okay, yeah, no, you're right. I don't miss them. I don't want that. I don't want somebody who doesn't really care about me. I want somebody who loves me because I'm so deserving and worthy of love, because you're giving it out. So yeah, I don't think this person does. I think that they're kind of a chump. So quite frankly. Hey babe, thank you so much for watching my video about if your ex misses you. Thank you for putting your trust in me for this really important reading. I hope you have a great week.